Hello dear Virgos, welcome back to my channel, and this is the reading for the month of May 2022. So let's begin shuffling. Those who are new to my channel, please know that this is a reading directly from the book of Nostradamus. All the cards wants to come out. As you can see, they are not letting me shuffle. Initiate. First week. Second week, the 5 of stars. Third is the 6 of spheres. Fourth is the 7 of spheres. And fifth is the 7 of moons. You could be seeing 7-7. Two cards came out. Okay, Hierophant in the first week and Death in the second week. Major changes are happening in your life. Death means transformation. Death means you are a completely new person. Death means something has completely changed inside of you or around you. Third week is Fortitude. Fourth week is Two of Suns, and fifth week is the Devil. Okay. I'm going to show you each card before we begin the reading, because I know you cannot really see the spread right now. So we'll begin with the first week. We have the Initiate and the Hierophant. Initiate talks about initiating something, making a proposal, right? So either it's the universe telling you to make that proposal. If you like somebody, take that action. If you want to do a job, send them an email, send them a request, send them an application. So with Hierophant in the reading, it seems like this has more to do with your personal life. This has more to do somebody who does, arranges marriage, somebody who's like a priest or somebody. So it seems like a lot of you would be getting engaged or married around this time. Maybe you initiated something. If you did not already, please initiate. If you like somebody, please make that proposal and convert this thing into marriage. Okay, let's see what Nostradamus has to say about this. Yep. Definitely. I guess marriage is on the cards for you guys. The very first week says that. Why? Because the initiate of moons is telling you that there will be an invitation. So you are definitely being maybe invited to a wedding. Maybe there's a wedding around you, or maybe you are getting married, because it talks about a proposal. It talks about arrival, relatives coming to your place, invited to your in-laws' house. A conquest, so you've achieved something. It also talks about union, so two people coming together. It's beautiful. A lover, it talks about a lover. So definitely I think you made the proposal got accepted, and now you're meeting each other's family and planning on the dates. There's a lot of attraction between you guys. You are really attracted to your partner on this time, because the Hierophant in the picture talks about the religious conviction, the belief system in marriages. So some of you are really turning this relationship into marriage. It could be arranged, it could be love, but I see you really attracted to this person. I see, if this is not a love marriage, then you're definitely attracted to this person, and if it is a love marriage, then yes, this is your lover. There's a lot of traditional things that are happening, because marriages usually happen according to traditions. There's a lot of inspiration. Marriage, it talks about marriage and good advice. So you are consulting your relatives, you're consulting the priest to do the traditional marriage and stuff like that, and they are really giving you good advice. So go with whatever traditions and advices that your people are telling you around this time. So marriage is on the cards for you. That is what your cards say in the very first week. Second week, Virgos, we talk about the 5 of stars and the Death card. Like I said, major changes happening for you. Marriage is a completely different life altogether, right? So some of you might be changing your houses, city, countries, even your entire lifestyle. So that's kind of a major transformation that is going to happen for you. Maybe you were a flirt all this while, and after marriage you decided that, okay, now I have to take care of your family. So you're like a reborn. You reborn into a completely different person, and people looking at you will be like, oh my god, he or she has changed so much. They have become so responsible. If you weren't responsible before, or so involved in the family if you weren't like that before, right? So let's see what Nostradamus has to clarify. The 5 stars, please. The 5 stars, Virgos. Yes, the 5 of stars here talks about the fact that you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Sorry. It's not necessary, but you could be. It also talks about anxiety. So when you're getting married, when you're going to start a new life, you're definitely anxious, right, around this time. So this could be that. You could be separating from your family. You're getting married. If you're a girl who's watching this, then yes, you're moving away from your family, your home where you've lived all your life, and that kind of feeling of separation, loss and anxiety is definitely there. I can see that in the card. But there are changes. Like I said, marriage is a big changes. It's a big transformation. It's a new direction altogether. So I think it's a renewal of your life. Whatever is happening, I understand that you are anxious about the changes in your life. Also, as a man, you are anxious about the changes that it is going to bring to your life. You'll have to be more responsible and take care of the house and be the man of the house. So the anxiety is definitely there, but it is going to get better with time. You know, the more you will start living each day, it will get better with time. I think it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you know, sometimes you do great things, but you're still a little anxious and scared about it. So the loss that this card mentioned about is the loss of going away from the family, or going away from the things you loved, and maybe you had to give up on some things and made some sacrifices in your, you know, lifestyle that you were living, or you know, whatever. So I think all in all, it's fine. It's fine. This much anxiety is all right. The third week talks about the 6 of Spheres and Fortitude. So you are doing a lot of charity. Definitely, you're giving, I think, a lot of charity traditionally to maybe the priest or to the people around you, or whatever you have been asked to do traditionally. So a lot of charity is happening. Charities also means that you are spending time with close ones. You're spending money on the close ones. So maybe it's a close gathering and you're spending money. You know, when you're inviting people to your marriage and you're doing a dinner for them, for example, that is also known as charity, because you are, you know, kind of hosting it. So that kind of charity it could be talking about. Or you could be very happy with, you know, okay, now you really prayed for, you know, to get married, and for example now you got it, and now you want to give it away to somebody who's less fortunate, sorry. It's funny. Sometimes the kind of words that come out of my mouth, they're really, really funny. Yeah, so yes, this also talks about here gifts and sudden events that are happening. So obviously in marriages you're getting a lot of gifts from people. You're getting a lot of you might be getting a lot of gifts. So it could be charity from other people to you. There's prosperity in whatever that you're doing. So definitely the presents are there, gifts are there. There's a lot of prosperity because you're making a lot of money. Okay, you make a lot of money when you get married. You're getting a lot of gifts, so it's like a comfortable position right now, and that's how you're also able to give it away to other people, because you have received so much in your life. You're so thankful around this time that you want to give it away, okay, to people who are less fortunate. Fortitude card, you see there's a bull who's like moving forward. This is a card of strength. This is a card of force, courage, power, ability and authority. So yes, you definitely see, to get married to somebody is also a sort of courage that you showed, you know, because you have to, if you're a girl, you have to leave your family and go out of your family. If you're a man, then you have to show a lot of courage to be able to protect your family. You have that sense of responsibility in you, right? Marrying a person, especially if you're out of arranged marriage, then it is a lot of you require a lot of power and courage to kind of, you know, make a decision to kind of give up on, sacrifice on things which are no longer serving you, and move forward with a lot of force and strength. Also, you have a lot of authority around this time, so they could be really people around you listening to you, your parents or your family members, or you know, your younger siblings. So you have that kind of commanding force. Also this card talks about. Getting to your fourth week, Virgos, we have the 2 of Suns and the 7 of Spheres. Let's see what this has to say about you. The Two of Sons. Interesting. You just got married. Yeah, so in your professional life also, I think you're making good money. You're getting reward, like I talked about presents and gifts. So some of you got promotion and bonus as well. It talks about wealth. It talks about profit. It also talks about money and reward for good work. So definitely a lot of money is there in your reading. That is what the Seven of Spheres talks about. The Two of Sons also talks about achievements. It talks about maturity. Like I said, as a guy and a girl, now you're mature. You were single and you were doing anything and everything. Now you become responsible. So that's a sign of maturity. So again, this card talks about that. A dominant personality. Like I said, you have the power and the authority and the commanding force. So yes, you are kind of taking care. And dominant personality doesn't really mean that you are kind of trying to bring somebody down. It means that you're kind of taking charge of the house, being the man of the house or the woman of the house, or taking care of your wedding decorations and everything. You are kind of taking charge. Maybe you are decorating everything on your own, or maybe you are taking charge of things on your own. Maybe your parents are old or you don't want to trouble them. So you kind of, it's like authority in your hand. So you're telling people what to do, what not to do. It could also mean that some of you might be hot tempered. Okay, some of you might be getting into conflicts with your relatives, maybe at a workplace as well, because there are conflicting opinions. And like we talked about the commanding force. So when you're giving orders, maybe there are some people who are not liking it, because suddenly now you're getting married, you've become the bigger one, and people, how relatives are, right? They still come to your house and they'll still like to make decisions as per them, when it's your wedding, but still they would like to make decisions as per them. So I think that kind of conflicts might be there. There might be over boldness. It is quite possible that it's your fault because the success or the marriage got into your head. So you're like, now I will say anything to anyone because I'm getting married, and hey, I'm a grown up and blah blah blah. So there could be signs of over boldness, so be wary of that. But yes, there are, and because of that there are quarrels between you and your partner, could be you and your relatives and family and all, because when you're living a new life and you don't know each other well, or even if it's a love marriage, sometimes quarrels are bound to happen. You say I want to do this, she will say she want to do this. So it's like conflict of opinions. When you actually start living with somebody, it's a all new game altogether, right? So but there are new possibilities. There's a lot of determination for you both to make things right, and to see how things are going to go, and give it time. Give your relationship time, give your workplace time, give your marriage time, everything. You'll understand things, how people work, how to work with them, what things they can do, what things you can do, what you can bring to the table, what the other person can bring to the table. So all these things you'll have to give some time, right? So that's great. I would still say marriage is definitely on the cards, but all the cards I can see, there is Seven of Moons and there's a Devil card, right? Devil is a card of lust. So just because you got married, don't become that lusty. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I think if that's your only driving force to get married, then it's not good. So you have to also take several other responsibilities than just that. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. So Devil card doesn't always mean that. So let's see what Nostradamus has to say about that. Seven of Moons, yes. So some of you might get married and go and travel. Some of you might be making plans of traveling. Some of you might be imagining stuff a lot around this time. So when I'll get married, I'll do this and I'll do that, and he will do this and he will do that. There's a lot of what you call flights of fancy. So maybe because you're about to get married or you want to get married, you are kind of thinking more, imagining things more, living in your dreams more than in reality. This could also be one illusion of success around this time if you haven't already reached that stage. That is what the Seven of Moons talk about. Yes, like I said, and if you are over boldness was one of the things I asked you to be wary of. The Devil card also talks about self-destruction. So if you are going to be very rude with your relatives and your elders, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that because it's my wedding, it's my thing, then it's not going to turn out to be nice. So definitely there's a sign of self-destruction. There's also a sign of violence I can see. Please make sure it's not domestic violence. There is power a little bit out of control. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of lust between you two, but the power should not go out of control. You should not see that I am the man, or you should not see that I am the woman and this is how things are supposed to be. Just try to adjust a little, compromise a little, sacrifice a little. That's what life is all about, right? There could be unprincipled behavior, so take care of that, that you're not wandering around outside of your relationship and marriage already. And the chances to get a little psychosis is also there. That's why I said that the devil card is there, so you have to be scared. I think it's more to do with your ego. I think take control of your ego, because Virgos have a little egoistical side to them. I know that for sure. So you'll have to take care of that, because now that you're getting married and somebody had put you here because when somebody is getting married, they are giving a lot of importance. I've seen they are being given a lot of importance, and sometimes they don't know how to handle it, and so they'll just be throwing tantrums, they'll just be commanding people to do stuff. Not everybody is going to like it, right? So be in your limits, command where you are to command, take control where you can take control, but at the same time don't kind of cross the line, okay? Just take care of that. But congratulations if you guys are getting married, whoever is watching this, because that is something beautiful. Anxiety could be there, stress could be there, power out of control could be there, but I know you are going to manage it well, right? Take care of that and everything will be fine. So this was a beautiful reading for the month of May, and I will see you guys next month. Bye bye.